So carpenter bees bother me. And we're going to take a look at what I've done to stop carpenter bees from bothering me. I built this wood house out of logs and trees that were blown down in storms, or trees people had to have cut around their house. And building it from scratch and sawing all the lumber and putting it all together, the last thing in the world I wanted was to see my house eaten up by a bunch of stinking carpenter bees. So that's why I invented the carpenter bee trap. This is the wood siding on our house. It's rough edge bark pine siding. Perfect habitat for the carpenter bee. This is the inside of the upstairs of our house. It's all wood siding. We spent a lot of time building this house out of rough lumber, and we sure didn't want it eaten up by a bunch of carpenter bees. Upstairs, this is a dormer outside of our house where we have a little porch where you can come out and you can look out over the mountains. Since we live out in the woods, it's 6 miles of wilderness past our house to those mountains over there with only one house in between it. So we're in the wilderness. We're so far back in the woods, you have to ride a pregnant horse to the mailbox just so you got one to ride back. And out here, there are a lot of carpenter bees. So right here is my carpenter bee trap. We spent a few years figuring out what the carpenter bee really likes. He likes a little house with a sheltering roof. And if he was to drill into your house, he would come underneath the eaves of your house. He would find a board at an angle like this, and he would drill upwards at an angle to give himself a perfect house under shelter where no rain could get in his house. So when we design this little trap, we make a wooden box out of some of the carpenter bee's favorite woods. We drill holes in the box at an upward angle. So when the bee sees it, he says, "Oh, now that is a perfect house." Once he gets inside and he realizes it's not a perfect house and he wants to exit, he flies to the light. Many insects are attracted to light. So he flies down into this clear bottle underneath and he tries to get out through the plastic, but he can't get out. He's not smart enough to fly up into the dark. He tries to fly to the light. And then he gets tired and he falls down through the funnel and he ends up in the bottom bottle. It's just a standard 20-ounce plastic water or Coke bottle. And if you hang these around the outside of your new house, just like my house, you won't have any carpenter bee holes in your house. All your carpenter bees will be sitting in a nice little plastic bottle. You can unscrew the bottle, put a lid on it, throw it away, and you don't have any more problems. So now that you've seen what bothers me, you can see what I did about it. I invented the carpenter bee trap. So you can go see my carpenter bee trap at bestbeetrap.com.